Welcome or welcome back. For those who don't know me, my name is Money, and this is Conversations in the Chair, a space where I share different topics about things I'm going through, gone through, and grown through. A digital journal, so to speak, all in the hopes to encourage and inspire you. Today, we are talking about a choice I made that completely changed my perspective on relationships, personal growth, and life itself. That choice? Not to date at all for a whole year, last year. That's right, a whole year without the apps, the awkward first dates, or the pressure to find quote unquote the one. Instead, I focused on myself. And let me tell you, it's been one of the most rewarding decisions I've ever made. So let's dive into why I chose this path, what I've learned, and how it's changed me for the better. So, first things first, why I chose to take a break from dating. Let's start with the big question. Why? Why would anyone willingly step away from dating in a world where relationships are often seen as the ultimate goal? For me, the decision came down to a few things. First, I realized I was spreading myself too thin between work, family, friends, and trying to squeeze in dates. I felt like I was running on empty. I also noticed that I wasn't really feeling it and I was maybe going through the motions. Um, Sometimes I was just chasing connections that didn't align with what I truly wanted. So I decided to pause and redirect that energy inward. It wasn't about giving up on love because, I'm not a hopeless romantic, but I am a romantic and I love love. It was about creating space for self love and growth. Hmm. So, shifting priorities and what I gained without romantic distractions. Once I made the decision to take a break, I found myself with so much extra time and mental bandwidth. It's amazing how much energy dating takes up, from swiping to planning to overanalyzing. Without all of that, I rediscovered a passion from my childhood: creative writing. Writing had always been a fun pastime for me, but last year it became so much more than that. I leaned into it fully, well, as much as I possibly could. And as a result, I wrote and published 4 books with another one on the way. Yay me! Um, it's been such a joy to pour my energy into storytelling, world building, and it's become a creative outlet that both fulfilling and pretty exciting. For me, this journey back to writing wasn't just about productivity. It was about reconnecting with part of myself that I neglected for far too long. The process has been incredibly rewarding, and it reminded me how much happiness can come from simply doing something you love. So, the power of self-reflection. Beyond tangible accomplishments, last year was a deep dive into self-reflection. I took time to look back at past relationships and noticed things I had been repeating. For instance, I realized that I often prioritized other people's needs over my own, even to my own detriment. Taking a break gave me the space to understand what I truly value in a relationship, and more importantly, what I won't compromise on in the future. It was like holding a mirror up and finally seeing myself clearly. Mm, I would say the fourth thing I gained from not dating for a whole year was time to strengthen other relationships. One of the most rewarding aspects of last year was the time and energy I could dedicate to my children. As they grow, their needs are constantly changing, and being fully present for those shifts has been incredibly fulfilling. Without the distractions of dating, I was able to focus on understanding and supporting them in deeper ways, whether it was helping them navigate challenges, celebrating their milestones, or simply spending quality time together. I felt more connected than ever. This year, or I should say last year, wasn't just about my growth, it was about showing up fully for people who matter the most in my life. Mental clarity and self care. That would be the fifth thing I gained. Now, let's talk about the mental health benefits. Dating can be bloody stressful. The expectations, the uncertainty, the vulnerability. Without all of that noise, I felt a wave of clarity. I used the year to focus on self care, from whether it was journaling or going on really long walks, listening to podcasts. I found myself feeling less anxious and more at peace. It's amazing what happens when you prioritize your own well being instead of constantly worrying about someone else's feelings. Number six, reclaiming independence and confidence. Now, for those who know me, and for those who know me well, know that independence and confidence is not something I lack in, to be clear. But it's, I suppose, perhaps the most empowering part of this journey was reclaiming my time, my energy, my space. I mean, I'm not one who sees my worth in a relationship, like it's not tied to that. But taking a step back allowed me to rewrite that narrative because a lot of people think that, they seek the validation of relationships. And if they're not in one, then they feel less than themselves. I learned to enjoy my own company. I've always enjoyed my own company. And I think last year I really lent into that. And I also celebrated my own achievements and gained a stronger trust in my instincts. There's something incredibly freeing about knowing that you are enough just as you are. So, what's next? Entering the future with a new perspective. Now, it's a new year, and everyone always talks about new year, new me. So, what does that look like? What's next? Am I swearing off dating? No, absolutely not. But I am entering the future with a new perspective. I've set boundaries, I've clarified my values, and learned to prioritize myself even more. When I do start dating again, it'll be from a place of confidence and clarity, or even more confidence and more clarity, not pressure and insecurity. The whole thing about dating, or me dating, um, it was actually a very tipsy girls' night out where a few of us made a stupid decision to all go out on dates the following year, or at least make ourselves available should somebody request the pleasure of our company. Rather than turn them down all the time, we would say yes to, within reason, obviously, because, you don't say yes to everybody. But instead of a blanket no, it was a considered yes. So myself and a couple of girlfriends agreed to that. So a few of us were out there in the dating streets, and we were comparing notes and the nightmares and outfit choices and who got catfished and all that. It was fun, but yeah, like I said, it wasn't peer pressure, but it was a kind of an agreement amongst friends. So when I decide to go back to dating, it won't be that. So to my girlfriends, I love you, but I'm not doing that again. So for anyone listening, and I know this time of year everyone's doing vision boards or bingo cards for the year, or they're doing their prayer boards or their manifestation boards. Maybe something to consider within all that is not dating for a year, and what that looks like, what your life looks like for the next 12 months, just focusing on you. Having done that myself, I can really recommend it. It's not about giving up on love, it's about giving yourself the love and attention you deserve. So let me know. Let me know if you decide to do a no dating year. And if you want to share why, then of course, comment down below. I'd love to hear your story. If this episode resonated with you or inspired you in any way, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Press the like button, share, subscribe. And remember, sometimes the best relationship you can nurture is the one with yourself. Until next time, take care and keep growing. I've been your host, Money, and this is Conversations in the Chair.